Greetings everyone, and Great here. As spawning on the bottom side as the Farseer, we have a foreign name. Spawn on the north side as the Forest Commander, we have another foreign name. Spawning as the Hive Tyrant, we have Dark Riku, and spawning as the Hive Tyrant, we have the big Matthias, and we got another stupid Tyranid announcer. I hate the Tyranid announcer. I absolutely hate the Tyranid announcer. We do have, looks like a Termagant into Termagant. Over here, we got Guardians, so no Howling Banshees for the Farseer. And for the Force Commander, we've also got Tactical Marine, likely into another Scout. We'll probably see a third Guardian, could be setting up for a Guardian Weapon Team. Here. There's the fire. Termagants and the Guardians push aging. Farseer finds some more damage there onto the Termagants. Hormagants start advancing with the Hive Tyrant now. But it looks like there's a... This Hive Tyrant is getting a bit double teamed at the moment. May need to back off a little bit. 3 generators being immediately deployed out by the Farseer, so he's going for more of a early power build for his team. And the Force Commander has not deployed out more scouts either, but it's not uncommon in 2v2s go for a second squad of Tactical Marines. A bit more durable. Hormagants are trying to rip apart that point. No generators deployed out before it goes down. And the Force Commander is getting focused down by these forces. Since his Tactical Marines is down south, it's just all by him lonesome. Got Devastators being deployed out by the Force Commander now. And it looks like all generators got deployed down south. Do we see any Synapse generators here? At this point, it's activated. Got 2 Synapse generators here. Guardians pushing the way forward, getting some good damage there on the power node. We got a Guardians Weapon Team now deployed out by the Farseer. I did predict that. And now we've got the Hive Tyrant and the Termagants and Hormagant making their advance. But we've got a nice flank here by a more Hormagant, so it looks like this Hormagant's actually from his teammate. It's all Hormagants there, right? I may have been mistaken. We got, of course, got some Warrior Brood being deployed out. He could be upgrading the Barbed Strangler Cannon in order to help suppress his opponent's forces. And there's a second Guardian Weapon Team being deployed out by the Farseer. Hive Tyrant will receive a bit of fire from the Space Marines, just a couple bullets. And he does find the Guardian Weapon Teams there. He may need to get out Ravener Alpha to help close the distance on these Guardian Weapon Team. Same for this player as well with the Devastator. Guardian Weapon Team make its way forward. Maybe we'll find some good hits here. And the Farseer is starting to engage the Hive Tyrant now. Nice special attack there by the Hive Tyrant before falling back. Now here comes the Termagants. Weapon Team has not been set up just yet, so the Hive Tyrant may be able to engage him. Got the Extended Carapace there. Good Plasma Grenade there. Extended Carapace allows the charge ability, and a Warrior Brood does find a flanking angle there on the Guardian's Weapon Team. Farseer is quite wounded. The Hormagant may actually get wiped out. Losing Hormagants is more of a minus loss. They're very squishy, and they're not really, they don't scale too well. They're good for capping. They're fast, mobile, good for capping. That's about it, in my opinion. And 1v1s do much better. 2v2s not so much. Looks like the Scout Squad does fall back. And if you got this point activated, no additional generators at the moment. And do have another Devastator being deployed out. No, that's a Warrior Brood, not a Ravener Brood. This is the Ravener Brood. Ravener Brood has already been deployed out. He may go ahead and jump on in top of the Devastator. Mostly he's just maintaining a lot of damage there, so he just went back away. This guy may still be in angle. Nope. Guardian Weapon Team will find the Hive Tyrant there. This Hive Tyrant has not been upgraded anything just yet. We've got another Guardian Weapon Team deployed up on the Farseer. Good damage coming out on the Tactical Marine. And got a nice jump there on top of the Devastator, knocking him back. Though the Ravener is receiving quite a bit of fire there from the Force Commander, who's been upgraded with a Power Sword. The Ravener may almost goes down there. He's also been up with the Iron Halo, which all he needs energy is health. And full tree coming out here, excluding the Warrior Brood. Down south, we got the Warrior Brood upgraded with the Barb Strangler Cannon. Helps suppress his opponent's forces. But he's going to be facing against a lot of Guardian's Weapon team. This is Guardian Weapon number 3. Number 1 is Riku engaging the Hive Tyrant. So overall, Blue has a lot of suppression weapons they have to deal with. And their primary jump infantry is the Ravener squad, which is more of a range. They can engage in melee, sure, but they're not exactly durable enough to prolong melee engagements, such as like Raptors or Assault Marines. They're more of a close to Warp Spiders when it comes to combat effectiveness. Good damage there onto the Guardian Weapon team. Thanks to the Barb Strangler Cannon. Looks like it's actually force fire on the ground there. Getting some great hits there on that. Throws a Plasma Grenade in return. Does actually nearly entirely avoids it as well. Very good. Warrior Brood trying to tie up the Devastator up in melee. We got the Ravener Brood and Termagants are in advance and engage these forces. Farseer trying to tie up a Warrior Brood up in melee. Does use the Poison Sack ability there with this one Termagant. The other one's being upgraded that ability now. Guardians may go for a Plasma Grenade too, but great special attack there by the Farseer. Termagants are pushing way forward. They're not upgraded. Probably a good idea not to upgrade them. Just using the Captain Squad and Disruption. Able to disrupt these Guardian Weapon teams like this is actually really good. Other one's trying to rotate around. Farseer's tying up the Warrior Brood up in melee. You may receive a good weapon hit there. Nope, wasn't able to fire it in time. Plasma Grenade thrown. Largely hit the Farseer. Up north, we've got the Termagants, Warrior Brood, and Ravener Squad pushing way forward with the Iron Alpha. I can't get any of my words right today. Looks like a generator has been built there. We've got Vengeance rounds being loaded up with this Devastator Marine. And this Tactical Marine trying to tie up the Ravener Squad. The Ravener Squad will need to fall back sooner or later. They're quite wounded right now, and they're not exactly durable. The Farseer, that Farseer's going to move faster than normal, but looks like maybe something else boosting speed rather than upgrade. Warrior Brood does fall back. Hive Tyrant does fall back as well. Up north, we've got the Termagants engaging. Does use the Thompson Sack ability onto the... Yes, he does use it on the Force Commander. He's also been upgraded the Artificer armor, giving him a good amount of health regen, and energy, making him very, very durable, especially with the Iron Halo. So that Force Commander is full-on tank. Guardian Weapon team pushes his way forward, not being focused down. It does fall back with both of squads. The Synapse Generators are from be under siege relatively shortly. We do got a damage activated node as well. And the Farseer does force back the flanking Hormagaunts. We got a Xenothrope deployed on out. And his power node is now under siege. Xenothrope is a good spellcaster as well as provide good long-range AoE damage. Good suppression there on the Guard Weapon team. Xenothrope has great range. And that Guardian Weapon team is almost down. The Xenothrope fires another shot, could potentially get a wipe, does not. Rippers will play out in the mix as well. Farseer is forced on back. So looks like the southern flank is being captured, being secured up by blue team. The northern flank is captured by blue team. They do have capture in their favor. This central point has been going back and forth between each player. And the Hormagaunts actually have been upgraded here, upgraded with the adrenal glands, getting some health regen, and some minor jump stuff. We got a camouflage Falcon here. Not sure how that got camouflaged. Maybe from the webway assembly. The Falcon has blown out. We got a plasma grenade there onto the Termagants, getting some good damage in. And the Hormagaunt squad got ripped apart. Actually, that was just a Ripper squad. Doing its job. Its job is not to rip apart, it's to be ripped apart. Red has double capture against them, has a lot of VP, so going to lose because of that. The Hormigaunt squad does fall back. Xenothrop makes his way forward, got a Venom Brood deployed on out, ready to engage that Falcon. As Xenothrop is getting some good long-range damage as well. On the left side, we do have a Razorback. Saying Nid is OP. Tier Nids are strong, barring just some of their tier 1 stuff. Like at least the Hormiguns, they don't really last all too long, and they're very vulnerable to AoE weapons. The Eldari player needs to get out D Cannon, while the Force Commander needs to get out Plasma Cannon. We've got a Warlock upgrade onto these Guardian squads. Plus, they're just spamming on weapon teams, which are hit or miss sometimes. Looks like the High Tyrant here has been upgraded with the Venom Cannon, getting a general purpose ranged weapon. Force Commander's falling back. Looks like he may have lost one Devastator, but he had 2. Good damage coming out of the power generator with the Hive Tyrant, or Tyrant Guard, for the Hive Tyrant deployed on out. Points have been reactivated. Actually, no, the point has not been reactivated. And now these power generators are quickly going to get ripped apart. But we also got Warp Spires in this mix as well. Generators all go down. He's made to try to evacuate into the Falcon and retreat. Does play out a shield generator there, but the Hive Tyrant does have the Cynical Carapace to charge. There's the charge ability there, trying to tie up the suppression weapon in melee. Venom Brood needs to push forward to the Falcon, but the Hormigauns need to start hitting the Farseer. Hive Tyrant does fall back, so does the Warrior Brood here. And he's supposed to all force them back, just a bit too much for the Tyranid player to engage. Over here, we have these forces pushing way forward, Venom Cannon pushing way forward, also being upgraded with Warp Fuel, which really allows them to use energy as help. Also has been upgraded with improved Synapse. Tyrant Guard seeing some health regen, being pulled down, and with the last cannon dead there falling on back. And there we go, we got the ability for the Hive Tyrant to use energy as help. We got the Psychic Storm being utilized by the Farseer, now being upgraded with the Gravity Blade as well, grants Levitate ability. Looks like one that has spawned out a Capillary Tower based on that audio line. Scouts capture up to that northern VP. And this Tactical Marine Squad is upgraded class bunch, which is good against versus those Warrior Brews and Ravener Brood. Hive Tyrant does fall back. Venom Brood trying to throw some shots there on the Vulcan. He's not really micro-meltable, but he does fall back in time. Of course, has some Guardians trying to repair up the Falcon now. Hive Tyrant does go down, got some multiple Capillary Towers deployed on out. Xenothrop pushes his way forward. The Warp Spiders gain some good damage in. The Guardian Whip team still in a bit of a problematic situation. Does suppress those forces. There's just so many Guardian Weapon teams. They haven't had any time to really clear them out. They mean to get some sort of Bioplasma ability. Speaking of which, he does have tier 3, so get deployed out Carnifex. Maybe a good idea to go for Carnifex with the Venom Cannon in order to get out the Bioplasma to fire as artillery. Iron Guard does receive a hit there by the last cannon, but it's out of arc now. And these forces all falling on back over here. We've got still not able to push on forward. This Tyranid player is advancing. We've got this Hormigaunt getting ripped apart by the War Spire. He's trying to go for more melee hits. Does get some good damage. It doesn't finish it off. Falcon fully healed up, trying to kill up some Capillary Towers. And now I've got Carnifex being deployed on out for this region map. I wonder which weapon he's going to go for. Would it be for the Venom Cannon or the Strangler Cannon? I don't think it's going to be the melee weapon. I could be wrong about that. But it's there on the Tyrant Guard by the las cannon, but it's very resilient. Not exactly the highest damage thing, but resilient. It's a good guard. He does its job. Throws a grenade right there as well. Interesting. Just trying to get a little bit extra damage there. Trying to hold down, get some much needed healing. There's still no suppression weapon down here for prevent specific from the overrun. Carnifex charging forward, unupgraded, so its melee is perfectly fine. Psychic Storm getting some great damage there as the Xenothrope is firing some rounds there onto the Warp Spider. Being reinforced by the Falcon. The Termagants are quite wounded. Does go and use some Toxin Sacks onto the Farseer now. Then again, I'm trying to pursue that Razorback, gain some good hits in there. Does throw a smoke grenade there, and not sure if there's any scouts nearby to get it healed on up. On the right side, Hive Tyrant's still down, and this Hive Tyrant does not have time to go over there and resurrect his buddy. Tier 3 is researched by both of the Tier 2 players, now Tier 3 being researched by the Force Commander as well. Force Commander is a bit of fire there, but still has plenty of energy remaining. Good shock on knocking back the entire force there with the scouts. Vanguard now holding down. We'll see some last cannon shots there, but does have plenty of health to survive them. You got a Bright Lance, 2 Bright Lances deployed on now on the Carnifex, which means less suppression weapons. The Carnifex are receiving more and more fire there, but Rippers are tying up the Bright Lance up in melee. They need to fall back. This one, the Rippers are getting ripped apart. Barb String Mechanic getting some great hits there. And we've got it is a melee Carnifex getting extra health and Stampede ability. Then it can push the way forward. Warrior Brood does fall back. And it looks like the Carnifex and the Xenothrope as well. Carnifex has received quite a bit of fire. They need to fall back to the Hive to get some much more healing. Now, Force Commander's making his advance forward. No melee units. Oh, the Tyrant Guard can engage him. You could also use the Toxin Sack ability there onto the Force Commander. Does use a Toxin Sack ability right there. And looks like he has managed to find time to resurrect his buddy. How are these guys so low level? This guy's at level 1, this guy's at level 2. The person Farseer's at level 3 and 2. I suppose they're not all too high leveled. Webway assembly being poured out up north, ready to support his teammate when needed. It's also far enough away so it won't be randomly spotted. Warrior Brood's not fully reinforced, and the Carnifex is now at full health. Very nice. Hive Tyrant Guard are seeing quite a bit of fire there. Warrior Brood forces back the Force Commander, and these Tactical Marine squads are trying to engage long range, but they're just saying too much damage. And the Webway Gate has not been spotted. The Warrior Brood here can spot it, but he would need to spawn out of it and get a massive flank in. Won't be a good idea to go for flank now because there's nothing to flank. It'll be them hitting head on head. Carnifex push the way forward. Bright Lance is engaging the Carnifex. Second Storm suppressing these entire force. Does get a Haywire Grenade there off the Carnifex. And now we've got the Levitation ability, the Levitation field now. The Termagant squad does get wiped out there. It does get knocked around. Carnifex is seeing much fire there, but it looks like he does manage. No, there's still a Bright Lance up north, sending a lot of Bright Lances at him. Does manage to charge away out of the range or out of arc of the Guardian Web teams. Should be able to crawl away. Venom Brood's here, the covers retreat, but we'll see quite a bit of fire as well. Venom Brood has not fallen back. And that Carnifex is down to 64 health, not a whole lot. Another Capillary Tower being deployed on now. Oh, and the Carnifex does go down. The Falcon charged forward to fire some autocannon shots onto it. Hive Tyrant does fall back here. The Scouts do get spotted. They do capture the point. Blue has 270 tickets remaining, while red has 99. You have a predator right here. Upgrade the extra armor. Carnifex, or not Carnifex, Predator make his way forward, fire some autocannon shots, getting one of the Tyranid models, Termagant models. Gain some health and health regen. Down south, we got the Central VP being captured up by the Farseer scouts pushing way forward, trying to capture this point once again. And we do have another Carnifex being poured out by the other player this time. A lot of resources stored up by this player here. Could go for another Carnifex, but he may be eyeing for a Swarm Lord. On the right side, we got the Warp Spiders engaging, getting a lot of damage to the Warrior Group. Warrior Group does fall back, forcing back the guarding weapon team. And maybe, nope, yeah, not it's Shuriken again, not a Bright Lance. Zenithrope getting some damage there, could have been a little bit better. Hive Tyrant pushing way forward. Got the levitation ability there, tying up the Hive Tyrant up in the air, not in melee. It does fall back right there. Force Commander falling back. Got the Predator still at full health. Carnifex here has been upgraded the Venom Cannon, which also grants him the Bioplasm ability, which may be a good time right around there. It has vision in the region. Last cannon fires a shot there on the Tyrant Guard. And this Hive Tyrant is receiving lots of fire there by the Warp Spiders. Does get the shield generator upgrade on the Falcon as well, able to use energy's health, making the Falcon a little bit more durable and able to skirmish around a little bit more, as well as able to help some self-preservation, so gets out of combat, sustains some damage. At least he's at some minimal level of health, making his minimal health above 0 to say the least. This Hormagaun squad may clean on up, and we've got the Elder Storm being called on in, annihilating that Termagant. The Zenithrope may go down as well. The Hormagaun does get wiped out, largely due to the fire from these forces. Zenithrope will escape out, but barely. Venom Cannon firing a shot there onto the Falcon. A lot of Venom Cannons push way forward, Barb Stringer weapons, Warp Stars teleport around. Bright Lance trying to set on up on a good angle. Up north, we do got these forces are advancing. Then we can control some Bioplasm as well. And here comes the levitation ability there on the Hive Tyrant. Going up. And going that way. Tyrant Guard does go ahead and hold it down there, trying to get some much needed health regen. Termagants here support as well. We got, of course, the Predator in the region being upgraded. The last cannon really wants an anti-vehicle weapon. And the cannon getting some good damage there onto that Razorback, but thanks to smoke rounds, able to stay alive. Tyrant Guard is still seeing lots of fire there. Seeing a lot of health regen. This Tactical Marine Squad is spawning for the region. Another Capillary Tower being put up, trying to save the Tyrant Guard. Does not save the Tyrant Guard there. Ravener does jump across the ravine. And just saw a frag grenade there onto the Termagants. They largely dodge it, but it's just saying some damage there. And there goes the Razorback. Oh, on the right side, we got these forces advancing, trying to get some good damage in there. There's some sort of ability that was used there. I think it was a Psychic Storm. On the left side, we do have a Brood Nest going out, and Bioplasm gets a direct hit there onto the Predator. Last cannon takes great shots there onto the Carnifex. The Carnifex will need to fall back. He's one shot away from death. Nope, it's down. Now it's dead. Over here, looks like the Carnifex does receive a Haywire Grenade there from the Warp Spiders. Xenothrop does go down, so Tyranids are losing a lot of their heavy assets. This may be the end of the game for the Tyranids, losing this many heavy assets. We got another Carnifex being put out by the Northern Hive Tyrant. Brood Nest does go down there. Ravener Brood is engaging at range. Regular Lictor has been deployed on now. Interesting. I guess he wants a stealth capping squad. Does have is tying up those Warp Spiders a bit. Does get the kill there on the Warp Spider Exarch right there, so that must have been merciful. He could have, unless that was a lucky grab. Scouts camouflage forward, eyeing for a grenade on one of these forces. This area is very bunched up. Does go a shotgun knockback on the Warrior Brood. These forces are quite bunched up, and we do actually have a Plasma Cannon Devastator now freshly deployed on out. Or not really fresh, because get some damage in. Looks like red's just rotating down south. Or blue, I should say. It's the red color scheme as well. Second Storm now raining in on these forces. Got this Carnifex deployed out, being upgraded the Venom Cannon as well. Not sure what it's saying. Tiger? TGR? Not sure what he's actually saying right there. Plasma Devastator finds a good hit there, getting massive AoE damage. It's that green text on the green background. I cannot read it. Great hits there as well, getting significant amount of damage in. Plasma Cannon Devastators getting some great hits in there. We've got Tyranna formation now raining on it. The Fire Prism actually went down there. Was that the Falcon? It actually may have been just the Falcon. Warrior Brood does fall back. Now we do have Fire Prism on the Doku. Artifacts could throw some Bioplasma in onto the Bright Lances. Both Bright Lances now aiming for the Carnifex. Got another Carnifex being put up by the northern or the southern Hive Tyrant. Warrior Brood does capture this point here. Got capture in favor of blue. Trying to hold him to life. Decapturing the southern point there. Though he does manage to get the point just only decaptured. So blue will hang on for the time being. This VP is being captured or is secure at the moment. Red is unable to capture it up. Ravener squad pushes way forward. Jumps on the top of the last cannon Devastator. Knocking him back. Scouts could throw a grenade or shotgun blast, but decides to do a full retreat there. Got the Hive Tyrant pushing way forward. Got the Lictor and gained some great hits there onto the Farseer. Lictor has also been upgraded the anti-vehicle weapon, or it was always naturally anti-vehicle, so maybe always naturally anti-vehicle. Artifacts charging forward, trying to get some good damage there onto the Bright Lance. The Hive Tyrant does fall back. The Lictor is still at pretty high health and trying to camouflage away. This point has been captured up by blue. The central point has been decaptured. Blue has a single capture in his favor. This point is captured but not secure. And it looks like blue's going to be capturing the central VP at this point in time. Red's counting down quickly. They don't have a whole lot of tickets remaining, so they can't maintain being a double capture against them. So it'll be a single capture, but still be a capture against them. This point is being captured by the Lictor now. We got the Tactical Marine squads engaging. Plas Cannon Predator, of course, is only effective versus vehicles, not very effective versus infantry. Raveners jumping on forward, trying to interrupt those scouts. They do really stop them from capturing that point. Still double capture in favor of blue. Tyranids may actually still eke out a victory. And there goes the Predator. Ooh, what was that? That must have been the levitation ability. They're trying to capture this southern point here. The central point is secure, and the northern point will be captured by blue. I think the Tyranids got this game. Good Bioplasma there. Fire Prism does go down. This one is neutral. The central VP has been neutralized. We got Tyranno formation just got called on in. And the northern point is captured up by blue and is secure. Red is not captured at that point there. One ticket remaining. And that's the end of the game. The Tyranids just got the last possible. They got a really good game in. Yep, and that was the end of the game. Yeah, that game went on for quite some time. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.